Okay, here we are at part 5 of our country Jeopardy game, and we are ready to add our hyperlinks. The first hyperlink that we want to add is to our two-game board and end game. But if you remember, we created those using our slide master, so we need to go back to the slide master view to add those hyperlinks. Do that by clicking on the view, slide master, and on this top master you should have the game board down here. Now, if you find as you're highlighting the word game board and you go to the insert hyperlink and the hyperlink word is not appearing, that is probably because you used the default boxes that were here. And if that is the case, you need to delete the text box and go ahead and insert your own text box to type in to game board and end game. But in this case, I had already done that step. So when I do hyperlink, it allows me to choose a couple of different options here. For most of these, I want place in this document, and I want to choose the game board, obviously for two game board, and click OK. End game, I'm going to go ahead and have that one hyperlink to a place in this document, and that one is going to be the scoring slide. And I'll click OK. This is also my option, or my opportunity, that if the background color is not working, these work so I can read these, but if the background color is not working, that is where I can go ahead and change some of the themes or the colors. For example, if pink is not the color that I want for my hyperlinks, I can actually go in here and change what those hyperlink colors are. And you only really need to do that if, for example, my background happened to be pink. These would conflict and I wouldn't be able to read them. Now, once we're done with that, we are done with the hyperlink or the slide master. We're going to close out of master view and get back to our slideshow. Then we're going to go to our game board and hyperlink each of these questions to the corresponding actual question slide. So, for example, this is my first location question for 100 points, and I need that to go to slide number 5, which is my first location question. So to do that, I'm going to highlight the 100. I'm going to go ahead and go to Insert Hyperlink, and again, place in this document slide 5. Click OK. Go down to my second question, Insert Hyperlink. That's going to be slide 6, which I can see is my second location question. And what I'm going to do is continue to add these hyperlinks, and if I did my setup correctly, they should just go right in order. So you do want to confirm that, for example, if I'm on my government, my first government question, that is actually hyperlinking to my first government question, whatever it happens to be about type of government or capital or currency or whatever it is. All right, so now assume I've gone through and I've hyperlinked all of these different scoring points to the correct questions. I then need to go to each of my question slides, and this is the third step, is to actually change or hyperlink my questions or my choices to either the correct or incorrect slide. So South America, for example, is the correct answer for this question. So I'm going to hyperlink that down to slide, for this example, happens to be 20, which is my correct slide. Click OK. And then I'm going to go to each of my incorrects and hyperlink those to incorrect. And this is one of those things where you just kind of work through, and if you remember what you're doing and don't have somebody distracting you, you'll be able to kind of just work your way right through these questions with no problem. And when you are done, let's see, is that correct or incorrect? Let's just say that's correct. And then these are incorrect. Going down there. And you get the idea. Now, it is best, notice these are both incorrect, but if I were to highlight both of these and hyperlink it, it would also hyperlink the letters over here, and that kind of gives it away. So you don't want to hyperlink two incorrect answers that are right next to each other for that reason. So when you're ready, then you can go ahead and test these just to make sure that they work. And to do that, you can pop this open and have it, let's say I click on the incorrect answer, and now I should be able to click on my action button that I have inserted in a previous step, and now my correct answer goes to the correct slide, and I can click on the home button. That should take me back to the game board, where these then will take me to the next question. All right, now that I've confirmed that that all works, I can go ahead and move on to my next step, part 6, which is timings, tunes, and transitions.